Welcome back to finals day here at the Uluwatu CT. We're into the fourth heat of round 4, looking for our last 2 quarter-finalists. An amazing lineup in the quarters already. Filipe Toledo with a huge opportunity here. If he gets through this one and gets himself into the quarters, he'll be in number 1 position on the Jeep leaderboard.
The boys are eyeing off a wave here, guys. Let's see if someone can get an opportunity.
Well, it looks like the man in red loading up off the bottom. Filipe Toledo, strong first turn. A much better start to this heat than his round 3 effort. Already a couple of solid moves. Freshly shorn to get some extra speed down the line here on the racetrack. And that's a really decent start for him.
Yeah, that head's been baked. He's on fire. There is no drag, and he's got a new board under his feet. I like the change of the equipment. He looks way better on that board. Filipe settling in. Watch this guy just take off and go straight to work in the lip. Over that ledge, bang! Christmas trees, spray everywhere. Pushes the tail out there, gets some freed up motion. I'm getting excited. Things are heating up here. All these contenders are feeling it. The feeling of what he's doing.
Let's see how this man fares though, the wild card. Mikey Wright loading up, has to project a long way to find the open face here. Can't quite do it. He's going to get out of there.
Mikey gets a little sticky right there, digs the rail, so this wave just going to be pretty much a throwaway as he doesn't make it around this section, so he's going to get back out there, kind of reset. But
Filipe loading up, high line to get around the section. Big drive, can he find this open face? Sticking with this one. And now it slows down for him. He's going to draw off the bottom, straight up into this pocket. Unloading back into the most critical section of the wave to set up this inside track. Needs to get some big turns done here on the inside to turn it a big number. There's a solid hit. Off the bottom, straight up into the lip again. Solid stuff from the Brazilian. 5, 6, 7. Measured approach on this second ride too. Probably not an excellent score strider, but just chipping away at that wave and biding his time to get to the inside.
I feel like as he got started on that wave, there was a point there where he could have climbed the foam and set himself up for rhythm on this wave, and it never happened. And so with that, he kind of became off rhythm for the entire wave. So right there's the foam climb, right? But he got kicked in the feet right there by the whitewater. So then he goes into this turn, but right there he needed to be hitting it, okay? So he's missed that section. It's a little turn off there, but this wave missed time. See that next section he missed as well. So off pace. This wave not going to be going up into an excellent score, but it had excellent on it. So I think a missed opportunity. It was really a pleasure because he really had a good clock swing straight up into the bowl and then pushing the tail free.
Here he goes now. Had a victory on the back end at Newcastle in really small conditions. So should be able to turn in an okay number on this ride. Climbs this section. Just an awkward fall though. So shallow in there. Bit of water thanks to the tide at the moment. But not a place you kind of want to be going over the hangers. No, not at this point in the heat. So much time on the clock. Maybe just trying to get something going.
What a great view from down low there though. You really get to see the wave so much better from that angle and really get to see how it stands up along the reef.
So Mikey making his way out. Not much of a number there. It's just a 2.6. He is in second spot. Joan Duru. He's looking for a 4.6 at the moment to get ahead of Mikey. Filipe Toledo out in front. So learn more at wsl.tv/Facebook. And it is going to be fun to watch that one unfold. But right now, the world title race getting more and more interesting. Surfers at the back end battling to get themselves into the top 22. One of those competitors is the man up and riding at the moment, Joan Duru. Looking to get himself in this heat. It's been a bit of a quiet one for the surfer from Bayonne, France.
Yeah, I like the attack on the first turn. The time, though, worries me. It took so long to put up a number through the halfway mark. He's got time to get back out there and get some more work done, but, you know, this is a long wait for this wave. So he does nice to drive around this section. This turn drives it back into the corner, kind of leans into it, but still came up a little bit short on the finish of the turn. That one a little late to the party, so didn't really clean up the inside of it. That was a lot of waiting for not a lot of reward. Solid point total.
Here goes Mikey Wright. Still in second spot. He's picked off a couple of sluggish rides. This one's starting to find that racetrack section on the inside. Puts it up there a couple of times. Bumpy face, so a tricky wave to really unload on. That's a better hit. And now looking for a finish on the inside. And Mikey, I just expected more from him coming into this round.
We'll take a walk through this wave with Mikey again, though. Because the wave let him into it really easy and just didn't have that moment of glory up in the lip that he was looking for. Everything kind of a slow pace on this wave, and that's a little chop on the face, hindering his performance. He does well to put it up there a few times. Got a couple of turns off and finished off with confidence on the inside. So that's a number. It's not what he's looking for, though, is it? This wave, while Mikey was on his, nice little tube shooter there for Toledo.
The waves that he's riding. Joan Duru. He only needed a low score to get into second position, you'd think, after that last ride from Mikey.
But I think he nailed it. I think the waves are letting him down. I think the waves are letting all three of these surfers down. Not really giving him much. As that last heat just kind of seemed like flurries of fire.
He's sitting a little further down the line than the competitors at the moment. Filipe Toledo picks this one off and has a lot of speed. Can he stay out in front of it? Nice little slice off the top. This wall's starting to really stand up. Trying to get rid of a 4.83 here. Up into that section. Whips that turn. A bit more tight in the pocket now. And a big section to finish, and somehow pulls his board out of that lip just in time to get back over the equipment and right out of that one.
It is so shallow in there, man. It is crazy. It's so hard to get the perspective from what's happening right there, but you really are just inches above the reef when you're landing.
The lineup looking down on these guys, it's such a cool drone-like perspective. Here's the replay of Filipe.
A lot of speed, winding up, quick setup, snap. So this wave, as this comes down the line, all that swell pushes in, and then it comes in to hug the reef, and this one does it. Slams it up there, and then straight up into it, airs into that section, and then clicks the finish right there, right over dry reef. I mean, that's solid surfing. And Joan catches himself a wave. These guys are seeing opportunity on these waves, so they're taking off. See how much smaller that wave was? And then it grew, and it starts to grow down the line. Whether or not the face cleans up, when they take off, they're seeing a big wall down the line, and that's what they're looking at. Because when you look at the wave as they take off, they look a little smaller, and then they start to open up.
Live action here, Mikey Wright. He's got a pretty decent looking wall here. The surfers here in this fourth heat of round 4 having to deal with a little bit more wind, and as a result, the face has a bit of a lump on it. Mikey doing well on this one to get a bit of a flow happening. Will want a big finish though, trying to get rid of a 3-point ride. Manages to find some open face once again, loading up, climbs the roof and sticks the float. That should dump the 3. It's not going to be an excellent score.
Well, lucky for him, Joan didn't execute that tube right on his last wave, which is going to kind of leave that score for Joan low, and he's going to be searching out the back. Scores suppressed, nothing huge here, and that's because the rhythm and the flow of waves, that the beginning of this wave had fire. That first turn, I liked it, and the rest of it, it's just a bit off pace, a little bit behind it, and a little chop too on it. It's not an easy wave to surf. It's like J-Bay. You can go really fast and make the wave, but actually drawing into it and doing lip line carves and snaps and, finishing off, it's hard to do.
Even to stick that end section float is difficult. Something about that flat water over a shallow reef, it makes it hard to kind of bring those moves down, especially when you've got that tricky wind kind of blowing, waiting on the numbers to come through for Mikey Wright. So still looking for a 6 to get into the lead. Joan Duru needs a 4.56. Having a look at this one. Is this the wave? Drops to the bottom, straight up into the pocket. Has to readjust just a little bit. Nice slice there. This one's stretching out, only one more section, and he's going to fall trying to ride out of the whitewater. So that won't be the number he needs.
They have a little pet problem here. But that bit of whitewater on the face made it hard for him to really execute what he was after. That was as close as it got for a good turn on that wave, and then just didn't get the chance to finish off right there. So a tough go for that young man. Toledo is going to grab a hold of that jersey. Mikey Wright is climbing the ladder. Things are happening.
It's all unfolding, yeah. Filipe Toledo, though, you know, props to him for getting that quick start, identifying that the conditions can change heat to heat. The tide playing a part, the wind picking up just a little bit, and he got his 2 best scores on those opening rides. So that was a smart adjustment from him. A quick start, and he is the new world #1.